Hello, English learners, and welcome back to the Real English Podcast.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining us today. I'm Emily.
And I'm Jack. We're so glad you're here.
Jack, I have a quick question for you today.
Sure. What do you want to ask me?
If I text you the word okay with a full stop, how do you feel?
Oh, wow. I honestly feel a little bit terrified.
Really? Why does that happen?
It just feels so cold and angry to me.
Exactly. That's exactly what we're talking about today.
We're looking at the unwritten rules of texting tone.
Right. As upper intermediate learners, your English is already strong.
Yeah, you know a lot of great words now.
But texting tone is a totally different game entirely.
It really is. A tiny full stop changes everything.
It completely alters the emotional weight of your message.
And we can't forget the classic thumbs up emoji.
Oh, the thumbs up can feel so passive-aggressive.
Right? It makes you think people are mad at you.
Understanding these small digital choices is super useful today.
Yes, it stops you from accidentally offending your friends.
Exactly. You want your texts to match your true feelings.
Before we talk more about texting etiquette, let's learn some words.
That's a great idea. Let's jump right into the vocabulary preview.
Before we listen to the dialogue, let's learn some vocabulary.
These 3 words will really help you understand today's topic.
Here's our first word.
Abrupt. So, what does abrupt mean when we text?
It means something is sudden and very short.
Right? And it usually feels a little rude.
Exactly. Like when you send a really long message,
And your friend just replies with the letter K.
"Oh, I really hate that. It feels so abrupt."
Have you ever sent an abrupt text by mistake?
Yeah, usually when I'm just in a big hurry.
Me too. But it definitely causes some weird misunderstandings.
Let's move to our second word.
Nuance. A nuance is a very small or subtle difference.
Right. It's about the little details in emotional meaning.
Text messages don't have a lot of nuance naturally.
That's exactly why we use emojis, right?
Exactly. A smiling emoji adds a friendly nuance.
Without it, the exact same words might seem angry.
Have you noticed the nuance of a simple period?
Oh yeah, a period after okay changes absolutely everything.
It really does. It makes the tone feel serious.
That brings us to our third word.
Passive-aggressive. This is when someone is angry but hides it.
Right, they don't shout or say they're mad directly.
Instead, they show it in very quiet, subtle ways.
Like sending a thumbs up emoji instead of talking.
That's so passive-aggressive. Have you gotten texts like that?
Definitely, and it honestly drives me completely crazy.
It's just so hard to respond to those messages.
You really start to overthink what they actually meant.
Speaking of overthinking texts, let's hear a clear example.
Good idea. Let's move on to the dialogue section.
Mark, look at this text from Lisa. I think she's mad at me.
Let me see. It just says okay with a period.
Exactly. That period makes it look so abrupt.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It feels a little cold.
Right? Usually she uses an exclamation mark or an emoji.
That's true. Without those, you lose all the friendly nuance.
So, do you think she's being passive-aggressive?
It's hard to tell. Did you two argue about something today?
Not at all. I just texted her that I'm running late.
Oh, I get it. She's probably just busy right now.
Really? You don't think she's actually annoyed?
Probably not. Have you replied to her yet?
No, I haven't. I don't know how to respond to that.
Just send a thumbs up emoji. It keeps things casual.
That's a great idea. It totally takes the pressure off.
Exactly. Don't overthink it. Texting tone is always tricky.
Welcome back, everyone. Did you catch those useful words in our dialogue?
Yeah, we used some really great vocabulary today. Texting tone can be pretty tricky, right?
Exactly. Let's look at our first word from the conversation. We said a period can look so abrupt.
Right. Abrupt. What does that actually mean when we talk about texting, Emily?
It basically means sudden and maybe a little bit rude. It feels like you just cut things off.
That makes perfect sense. I really hate getting abrupt messages because they feel so cold.
Me too. You want a friendly nuance instead, which brings us to our next word.
Nuance is such a great word for upper intermediate learners to practice.
It really is. A nuance is a very small difference in meaning or tone.
Exactly. Typing okay with or without an exclamation mark creates a completely different nuance.
Right. The punctuation adds a friendly nuance. It changes the whole feeling of the message.
Some people don't use punctuation at all. Are they just being passive-aggressive?
Ah, that's our third term today. Being passive-aggressive means expressing your anger indirectly.
Yeah, that's right. You're mad about something, but you won't just say it out loud.
Instead, you just send a really short text with a hard period at the end.
Right. That feels very passive-aggressive to read. Have you ever done that to someone, Emily?
Maybe once or twice in the past, but now I usually just use emojis instead.
That's a good strategy. An emoji takes the pressure off, which is our final phrase.
It really does take the pressure off. How would you explain that phrase to our listeners?
It means reducing the stress and making a situation feel much more relaxed.
Right? Adding a simple smiley face makes the text feel a lot lighter.
Exactly. It takes the pressure off the reader because they know you aren't mad at them. So, we just talked about texts feeling a bit rude sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. It really happens all the time.
How do we actually talk about this in everyday life?
Good question. We need phrases to explain how a message feels.
Right. Sometimes a message just feels totally wrong.
Have you ever sent a text that accidentally sounded mad?
Oh, definitely. I really didn't mean to, though.
That happens a lot. We need ways to describe that feeling.
So, let's look at some useful conversational patterns for this.
The first one is about how you appear to others.
Exactly. We use the phrase come across as,
Right. You might say, I don't want to come across as angry.
or you could ask, did that text come across as rude?
It's such a useful phrase for talking about your tone.
What's another common issue we have with texting?
Well, sometimes we overthink a really simple message.
Oh, I do that a lot. I worry too much.
Me too. We call that reading into things.
Yes. Like saying don't read too much into that period?
Exactly. Or, am I reading into this text too much?
That often happens when there is no emoji at all.
Right? Emojis really help us fix that exact problem.
They really do. They help us keep things light.
That is actually our third phrase, isn't it?
Yep. Our next phrase is to keep things light.
It means to keep the mood friendly and relaxed.
You might say, I added an exclamation mark to keep things light.
Or, let's keep things light and just send a smiley face.
These phrases really help you talk about digital communication.
They sure do. They make talking about tone much easier.
Now that we've explored the nuance behind those abrupt or passive-aggressive texts, let's listen to the dialogue one more time.
Mark, look at this text from Lisa. I think she's mad at me.
Let me see. It just says okay with a period.
Exactly. That period makes it look so abrupt.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It feels a little cold.
Right? Usually she uses an exclamation mark or an emoji.
That's true. Without those, you lose all the friendly nuance.
So, do you think she's being passive-aggressive?
It's hard to tell. Did you two argue about something today?
Not at all. I just texted her that I'm running late.
Oh, I get it. She's probably just busy right now.
Really? You don't think she's actually annoyed?
Probably not. Have you replied to her yet?
No, I haven't. I don't know how to respond to that.
Just send a thumbs up emoji. It keeps things casual.
That's a great idea. It totally takes the pressure off.
Exactly. Don't overthink it. Texting tone is always tricky. That dialogue we just heard is so relatable, right?
It really is, because I have definitely been in Sarah's shoes before.
Me too. Staring at an okay with a period is so stressful.
It's funny how one tiny dot changes the whole mood.
Mark gave her some really solid advice at the end.
Yeah, sending a thumbs up emoji is a very safe strategy.
It totally takes the pressure off so you don't overthink it.
Now it is time for you to practice these phrases.
We want you to feel comfortable talking about texting tone.
So we picked a few key sentences from the dialogue.
You're going to hear Sarah read each sentence out loud.
Wherever you are right now, just listen and repeat after her.
Try to speak out loud because it really helps your pronunciation.
If you are ready, let's go ahead and get started. I think she's mad at me. That period makes it look so abrupt. Usually she uses an exclamation mark or an emoji. Do you think she's being passive-aggressive? I just texted her that I'm running late. You don't think she's actually annoyed? I don't know how to respond to that. It totally takes the pressure off.
You did a really great job with the speaking practice.
Texting tone can definitely feel like a minefield sometimes.
But now you know the secrets behind those little punctuation marks.
Thank you so much for joining us for this episode.
We really hope you learned something useful for your daily chats.
If you enjoyed this lesson, please like and share the video.
And please remember to subscribe to our channel today.
Subscribing really helps us make more useful content for you.
We will see you again in the next video.
Goodbye for now and have fun with your texting.